oh my god, what has happened to me? I've become part of that 3D craze that I hate so much. Even though it's incredibly easy for me to watch the 2D versions of things, I still feel the need to bitch about a gimmick that I don't even watch.
Even the posters give me a fucking headache. Wait, no, not this era of 3D. I'm talking about the early 80s 3D craze. The most memorable instances, of course, being Space Hunter, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone, and The Man Who Wasn't There.
You hear that? Not even the Coen brothers could escape the 3D boom. But with this high-tech camera work, people on YouTube can stop complaining to me about the quality of my videos, and instead they can complain that the video's not in 2D. Speaking of which, will there be a 2D version of this episode? Nope! Nope, 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 nope. That's a whole lot of nope!
After years of living with the 2D version on VHS, look at that, that's not even piercing the box's skin, let alone my own. Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D existed in a Japanese 3D Laserdisc conversion, but then was finally given to us in a proper deluxe edition 3D DVD, released from Paramount.
See? You can tell it's in 3D because of its holographic cover. Oh wait, that might be hard to see on here. Here, let me help you out. This is what it's doing.
And it comes with not one, but two pairs of 3D glasses. Who cares about your third friend anyway? He sucks.
I only have one pair of special 3D glasses, largely because I'm very, very lonely.
The opening reminds you that the film is rated R. I would say, what the fuck else would it be rated? But nowadays it's kind of a crapshoot. What a coincidence. It's a Jason Inc. production. The Michael Myers Inc. people wanted no part of this. Funny too how it's called Jason Inc. on the one Friday the 13th film where, aside from stock footage, no one calls him Jason. Speaking of, I guess there's no need for you to watch the second one now. The opening of this film spoils it for you. Ooh, does this mean I get to repeat my jokes from the second movie?
I better not do that. The jokes won't make any sense now, being in 3D and all. So let's stray away those old jokes.
Well, maybe not, since the Part 2 footage is still in 2D. What's wrong? Couldn't spare an extra dime for a 3D conversion? This would look great with the actors looking like cardboard cutouts in front of a matte painting. Putting on this old sweater, she's about to encounter something scarier than a killer. Giant flesh-eating moths. I guess before we get to the Friday the 13th film, first we need to get rid of the killer from the town that dreaded sundown. And it's rather embarrassing that they interrupted Jason's mother during her black turtleneck beat poetry session. Oh, my mistake. That's not Jason's mom, that's Petula Clark. Wait a minute, this 20-something hot blonde thing isn't my mom? If you need someone hot to play a younger incarnation of a creepy old woman, I keep telling you, always go with Vera Farmiga. I sure hope she doesn't kill him, then we wouldn't have our third movie. Though they could go the Uli Lamo route and have this be the entire film.
Well, that's it. What the fuck was the 3D? I'm gonna point at you to let you know how serious I am right now.
Of course, that's not it, but these rude assholes leave without even cleaning up the place. Ah, new footage. You can tell because the actor is much taller and lankier. And did this happen before or after he jumps through the window at her? They kinda leave that part out of the recap. Originally, at the end of Part 2, Jason's mom's eyes were supposed to open. I'm glad this one goes the more realistic route.
I'm not really sure why this part isn't in 3D, because it's one of the most popular 3D opening credits in history, but here, let me see if I can reenact it for you. Stoned Gremlin Productions presents the Cinema Snob.
Wait, who is this guy playing Jason? I guess we can blame Ronnie Yu for it not being Kane Hodder. Hey, it's got a 3D supervisor, and if you're watching the 2D version, you probably think he's doing a shit job. Well, they got the 3D part of the title right, but since it's a day after part 2, I guess this is taking place on Saturday the 14th, though I can already vouch for the fact that this is a much better film than actual Saturday the 14th. We open with Bob of Bob's Burgers knocking over a pole so he can do this. Steady, easy, don't exactly want to hit the camera.
Fuck, is the camera even on? Hang on, I'm too lazy to get up myself. Let me just turn the camera on here. Almost got it. Oh, never mind. It's on.
As you can see, his wife is busy being a 24-year-old playing a 43-year-old. She better fix the TV as well. Friday the 13th Part 2 is on. A big mystery of Part 2 is whether or not Paul survives. And if you listen to the newscaster here talk about how many bodies were found, you should be able to find your answer. Problem is, I don't really care. Plus, this woman's got other things to worry about.
What are you doing out there?
Oh, isn't it obvious? He's out there being a much taller and much more hairless person.
Speaking of which, it's nice that Jason stopped by the supercuts after leaving the events of the previous film. It helps him with his camouflage skills of standing right by people who don't even notice him. Meanwhile, in Harold Tries, time to try out this fish food. Did he really just eat that? Oh, I'm gonna enjoy killing this guy.
They fly eggs.
What did you think was in it? Well, could be worse. Could be sour cream and onion flavored, and they could be crickets. Oh, sorry, did I hit you with that?
At least we get to witness the perks of running a store. It's all the free food. And no one who shops here can count to a dozen anyway. Might as well take a donut. His wife gets so pissed that she puts the half-eaten donut back on the shelf. And that's not the only safety concern I have for this store.
Ah! Snakes on strings! Come on, you can come up with a much more adorable animal than that. Now for something that's far less adorable.
You know, I'm sort of glad that not everything in this movie is thrown at the camera, and Pepsi paid good money to put Coke next to the guy taking a shit. This guy's lifespan can't be that long anyway. Jason could really just leave him alone. Given Harold's diet, that wasn't the worst thing to happen to his heart. The wife is either looking for her husband or other 3D animals.
Slightly more adorable, but nothing's beat 3D Lloyd yet.
Oh, good job, kid. You're picking the most inconvenient way to hold a baseball bat.
Hang on, I gotta set up this tripod. I'm totally setting up this tripod, you guys. Can't you tell I'm setting up this tripod? Alright. Oh, shit, it fell.
Dana Kimmel is here to be your Linda Blair for the evening.
What would a weekend in the country be without sex?
Well, first of all, you'd be the movie's survivor.
God damn it, Shelley!
Hey, come on, we wouldn't have classic Shelley if he didn't do things that were totally classic Shelley. Well, who else is gonna get murdered with us this weekend?
Which one's my date?
Hi.
You're Shelley?
Sorry.
Don't apologize, you're one of the most lovable characters in the series. Oh, and they brought along stoners, too. Not that it seems like they'd ever hang out together, but because smoke looks really cool in 3D. Well, what about the others in the group?
We would have been there already if some people didn't have to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes.
That's what happens when you're pregnant.
She's pregnant? Well, thanks, movie. Now I know that she's gonna survive. Oh, wait, this is an 80s slasher film. She is so dead.
Hey, let's share the wealth with those less fortunate up front here, huh?
Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, foiled by 3D again. There's no actual pot there. Well, no matter. I guess you can have some of mine.
Oh snap, it's cops. Best destroy the weed by eating every last ounce of it. Better than any food that you're gonna get at Harold's.
look at it like this. You're going to have a fantastic buzz for the rest of the film, and if not, well, here's some secondhand for you. Vapors.
If she looks confused, it's because she's wondering why they're still letting folks camp in an area where nearly a dozen people were just murdered.
Hey, kiddo, don't let your imagination run away with you.
It's not your imagination. This campground is a slaughterhouse. And since they killed off Crazy Ralph in the last film, they need some other drunken wacko to warn them away. Sure, if this guy talked to them without being a lunatic, that might help. But since the fucking meat wagon didn't give them the hint to stay away, I don't think anything this guy does would have helped.
I have warned thee.
An eyeball? What? Take it down a notch by holding this up to the camera. See? That's my poo. It's to warn you that your cabin may smell like shit.
Good to know Higgins let them borrow the place while he's on vacation with Magnum. Oh no, it's foreshadowing slasher movie cliches. The sinister music kicks in because is that a statue of a dog giving a guy head? And now we have another person to take advantage of someone's blind spots. Oh, you scared me, dad boyfriend.
Did I do something wrong?
Either than the play rape, you mean? This is Rick, an on-again, off-again romantic interest for Chris.
Hello, Rick. How are you?
Chemistry! You can tell by how well they flirt.
I think you've gained some weight since last summer.
I called you fat. Shelley, however, is busy siphoning all the THC out of the van's sweet shag carpeting walls. But there's pointless work to be done.
Chris, I don't understand why you guys have so much hay.
It's because the budget afforded hay but not horses. Hay is easier to swing at the camera.
But I gave up an opportunity to spend the weekend with Mary Jo Conrad for this.
What? You mean you gave up banging someone else for me? The next bit is really suspenseful for those in the audience unaware of slasher movie structure and gotcha moments.
Don't move him!
And thus Punked was born. They once tried this on Zach Braff, but he ended up punching a baby. They're so pissed off at Shelley that even Herbie the Love Bug is leaving.
What's wrong? It's that creep Shelley. What a sick sense of humor.
Why even invite Shelley if you're gonna be pissed at him for, again, being classic Shelley?
Relax. Enjoy the weekend. Nothing's gonna happen to you when we're all here together.
Tell that to the people in the morgue. Well, when the movie isn't literally throwing more money at the screen, we finally established that Crystal Lake is in New Jersey.
Excuse me, but I believe that's my wallet.
Hear that music? They had to go to this store. It was the only one around playing the soundtrack to Friday the 13th Part 3, even if there are evil bikers.
Make a wish.
I wish I had no bones.
At least after this, the bikers will have similar stories to exchange with the biker gang from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That's honestly a really cool effect. In fact, I'm surprised I haven't done the old punching the fist through the window shot myself. Oh, shit. Fuck!
That's okay, at least Shelley is a badass.
I did it! I did it! I did it! Did I do it?
Yes, you did it. You were great.
That was great!
So far, this is turning into my favorite Seth Rogen comedy. Maybe it's because in this one, he's not acting opposite someone more unlikable than a serial killer.
And the 3D is an added bonus.
This is all the exercise I need.
That was close. Hey, you better watch out with that thing.
You know, 3D movies often do a fantastic job of treating their audience like a house cat. Boy, is Rick gonna be mad about his car.
That's it. I've had it. I mean, I thought it would be a good idea for us to spend some time together, but this is a little more than I bargained for.
You know, it could be worse, Rick. You could be one of the several people killed last night.
Stay with me.
Why should I?
Oh, you've already proven that you're not gonna have sex with me. Aw, you mean you're not gonna take the movie's crew members with you either? Harsh! It's a way to leave these lovebirds alone.
Let's go for a swim. We'll be all alone and do whatever we want.
Sounds disgusting.
Let's go.
Boy, that's a lot of setup for a skinny dipping scene that they don't even show. The movie's busy being ultra sexy with these dirty bikers wanting to set fire to the barn. Better be careful though, that guy from Deathstalker is right behind you. From her face, this barn is really exciting for people who have never seen a canteen before. Hey! Well, you gotta give them this, at least they're being really sneaky about their evil plan. Ooh, a yellow bandana on the arm. That means he has a yellow bandana on the arm. Hang on, I haven't felt like this movie has poked my eyes out in a while.
You know it's an 80s 3D movie because they're pointing stuff at the camera, unlike the current trend of 3D horror films, where they throw stuff away from the camera in a pitch black room. If that sounds stupid, it's because those movies are made by very stupid people.
I'm sure this guy will be safe. He seems like a badass.
Now, I know you may think it's racist that the two black characters in the movie were killed off within minutes, but it's totally not racist. They were evil. Wait, that sounded kind of bad, too. 3D!
Alright, they're done skinny dipping. Sure wish I could have seen that.
Here, let me reenact for you what you may have missed. 3D boobies.
Ah, so romantic. Right next to the sewage drain out.
You know, I don't think I could live anywhere else. The nights are always so peaceful and quiet here.
Except, you know, when something like this happens. Fuck it though, not enough 3D in this scene. We haven't done juggling yet.
You give up?
Why didn't I think of juggling either? Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. I don't have any fruit, but I have big Texas cinnamon rolls. Alright, there we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I can't juggle.
Andy, I can think of much better things for you to be doing with your hands.
If you didn't show the 3D skinny dipping, I doubt you'll show the 3D fingering.
You really are very good at that.
Stealing scenes from the movie? Yes, I know.
I like you a lot. I was thinking that maybe, we could...
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, give him a break. He's gonna be dead soon. It's her loss anyway. After all, Shelley did later become an extremely successful lawyer, as well as a winning game show contestant. Jason could kill him now, but even he wants there to be more Shelley in this movie. I guess someone's getting laid, though.
Well, first we take our clothes off.
I know how to do it. I mean, how do we do it in the hammock?
Isn't it obvious? It's a hammock. You do it in the ass. Chris, meanwhile, relays the story to Rick about why she's been so edgy, which has to do with a run-in that she had with Jason years prior. Over the years, we've seen Jason be short, tall, a child, a subhumanoid, but in this one, he's just a flat-out rapist. Seriously, movie, you're getting your Mother's Day into my Friday the 13th. And I bet this makes Rick feel like an asshole for doing this earlier. And if this happened 2 years ago, then I guess this look for Jason was just a quick phase. Chris seems to be okay now, but surely that strange man has nothing to do with the murderous, deformed lunatic the cops are looking for. Oh, forgot about Cheech and Lady Chong. What is it with this movie and short, hairy guys taking a shit?
Well, you can't blame me for that. After all, I did warn thee!
Uh-oh, now the stoners are out to give Shelley a little scare.
Too bad he wasn't there, because that totally would have scared him. Idiots. You need to scare him with one of these dollar store ninja blow dart guns. Load up another one of these.
As you can see, Shelley takes advantage of the fact that unless you're standing directly in front of them, no one will see you coming.
I do like you, but not when you act like a jerk. I never said you were nothing.
You don't have to say it. I could tell.
I don't like it when old slasher movies make me feel feelings for the characters. They all need to be two-dimensional jerkweeds like in current slasher films. Shelley's gotta go in the barn because Jason can't go around being shielded by clever camera work forever, and he sure as shit isn't gonna steal Shelley's wetsuit.
Okay, Jason or no Jason, why was that there? Ah!
Hey, that's a pretty good look for Jason. He should stick with it.
Hey, I dropped your wallet.
Does the mask even matter? Because people will just think that Jason is another person, even if they look nothing alike.
Hey, now cut that out.
Oddly enough, Andy here was also thinking about Vera getting penetrated in the eye. To be fair to Jason, though, wouldn't you kill this guy too? Lesson learned, always walk on your feet. Fine place to put nudity, right after the guy was chopped in half. Meanwhile, Debbie is reading up on whether the next Friday the 13th film really will be the final chapter. Plus, this article appears to be rather insensitive.
I'm sure the baby's fine. Let's celebrate with the new parents.
Debbie still has a fine TV career ahead of her.
Good morning, I'm Farland Chen.
And I'm Tracy Savage.
The knife in her back also works as the weatherman. Forecast in this movie, however, is popcorn.
Well, that seemed gratuitous. I know I could top that one. Perfect. See, much more convenient way to make popcorn. Oh, fuck.
In the basement, Cheeseburger in Paradise here makes the horrible mistake of asking the wrong guy for a light. He lit up so much, at least the coroner will get a contact high. Also, given my love for Shelley, I'm going to assume he's faking it again, and that Shelley lived happily ever after. At least I'm more convincing in my love for Shelley.
Andy! Debbie! Shelley's dead!
Oh no, you can't go out there, the wind might get you. I don't believe she's dead either, not because I like the character, but because the performance was subpar. Maybe with the sweater on, Jason will think that Rick is his mom. The burnt popcorn makes me glad this isn't also in Smell-O-Vision. Then again, if it was anything like the Spy Kids Smell-O-Vision, it'll just smell like cardboard. Things in the cabin really do seem weird. Everything has a red and blue tint to it. I think Jason is doing Chris a favor here by keeping Rick from saying another stupid line. Now Crazy Ralph II can have a spare eyeball to scare teenagers away. Not that this character ever came back in future movies. And if this movie's to be believed, everyone is made of string and wires.
Did I say string? Whoa, don't mind if I do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, careful. It's very toxic.
Hey, I was wrong. Yellow bandana means he's hung like a tree. Just think, right now Amy Steele is resting comfortably in a hospital bed, thanking God she's not going through this shit again. Holy shit, Jason hated Rick so much that he killed him twice. Personally, I think this is also very insensitive. You know Jason can't read. Even though she's dead, Debbie does help Chris out a little bit. If this were a Joe D'Amato film, there'd probably be a fetus attached to that knife. But since this is early in the series, Jason actually does feel quite a bit of pain.
We throwing shit at the camera again? Oh boy! Oh. I've lost track of how many people I've killed on this show.
At least with that mask, Jason has an excuse for not having good peripheral vision. And does this kind of count as a rape revenge film?
Rape revenge. If you think that's normally an awkward thing to say, try saying it in 3D!
They're smart enough to load the van with extra gas, but damn you foreshadowing, if you hadn't shown this earlier, she easily could have made it across that bridge. Might as well hide out in the barn, nothing bad has happened in there so far. All Jason is searching for, as long as she lays perfectly still, oh, for fuck's sake, really? The only way this could possibly be happening is if she's intentionally doing it herself because she wants to get killed. Boy, putting this haystack over the opening really slowed him down. Shovel, however, is much better at slowing him down. And now it's time to dispense some Old West justice.
I saw you coming this time.
But now Chris figures out something that we thought she already knew. You're just now figuring out that sans mask, this tall brute who looks and dresses just like the one who attacked you, is the same person? I guess we're done with the other deaths in the film.
That guy's still alive. We gotta bring the bubbles back to celebrate. Well, at least for a couple more seconds he was still alive.
You gotta give it to this Jason death. Future movies may have retconned Jason's height, clothing, backstory, and powers, but they all managed to remember to put an axe mark in his mask. You'd think Chris would find a way to the police, but nope, she sleeps in a canoe for no other reason than Alice did it in the first movie. Although Alice didn't daydream that Pluto from Hills Have Eyes was chasing her, and this is slightly different. Shelley, I swear, this is another one of your tricks. I take it this is a dream because it's never addressed in the other sequels, and how did she get her head back? Plus, how would Chris even know what Jason's mom looks like? She doesn't even know Jason's name. Are the police gonna answer this for me?
Looks like she's the only one left alive.
Damn, Jim, maybe we should have blocked this area off until we found the killer. I think the alternate ending with Chris being decapitated made more sense.
And the scene was guest directed by F.W. Murnau.
No matter, Jason had better wake up soon because tomorrow Crispin Glover and Lawrence Monason will be in town for a wicked house party. Until Freddy vs. Jason in 2003, Friday the 13th Part 3 was the most successful sequel in the franchise, bringing in $36 million against a $2.5 million budget. The quiet shot of the lake, slightly filthier in this movie, was to signify the end of the series, but it was such a success at the box office that another sequel was granted, and as we all know, that one was the final film in the series.
Well, I should probably wrap this up, because I'm sure you've taken enough ibuprofen to kill any slasher movie killer. So I'll just calmly sit back and enjoy a nice soda. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Heavy shit.